Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mouthing Off with Mike, the only wrestling podcast that knows what goes down in the desert. And why am I talking about deserts? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we've got AEW Double or Nothing live in my backyard of Glendale, Arizona. We got Double or Nothing in the Arizona desert. Our first ever AEW pay-per-view and my third Double or Nothing I get to go to live. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get into some of these predictions here for Double or Nothing. And I had to call him up on speed dial. Boop, 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 boop. I had to call up my main man. He goes by the name of the Devastator. That is Derrick from Derrick's Wrestling Toys and Tees, because he is going to be in my backyard when we go to Double or Nothing here in Arizona. So let's get into these predictions right here on MOWM. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to Mouthing Off with Mike, and welcome in to my AEW Double or Nothing 2025 predictions. And as you heard me say in the intro, ladies and gentlemen, this one hits close to home because Double or Nothing is taking place in my backyard. We're in the desert. We're not in Vegas. And here joining me on the show here to go over these predictions, it's my main man. He is the Devastator. He is the host of Derrick's Wrestling Toys and Tees here on YouTube. That's my main man, Derrick. Derrick, how the hell are you, bro?
I'm doing very well. I'm very excited about going to Double or Nothing, man. I appreciate you having me join this thing, man. And I'm very glad I'm going to be seeing you too. It's going to be an awesome time, man. It's going to be an awesome time.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be a great time. Yes, folks, Derrick is coming on out to the desert. He gets to sweat his ass off like the rest of us in this Arizona heat because he's coming to Double or Nothing. And, it just so happens to be Derrick's first live AEW show. He gets to see a pay-per-view. Derrick, talk to the people before we get into these predictions. How excited are you that this is your first time show and you get to come out to Arizona? It's one hell of a show, too.
I am super excited, and I'm bringing along one of my cousins along with me to go to the show with me. He's going to be his first AEW show as well. So both is a really cool thing because both of us we share the same birthday. We share our birthday in August. It's the 12th, mine's on 13th. So we're kind of celebrating our birthday just a little tad bit early, but I think it's gonna be a really cool time.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love it. Well, Derrick, I guess as in the words of as a former AEW superstar and commentator Mark Henry, there's been enough talk. Let's get into these match predictions here, and I'm going to start us off hot, folks, just like the desert in Arizona. We're going to start off with a little anarchy in the arena. We've got the cleaner, Kenny Omega. We've got Whose House? Swerve's House. We've got Willow Nightingale, and we've got the Op Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Katsuyori Shibata. They're going to go up against here John Moxley, the Young Bucks, Marina Shafir, not Gabe Kidd, but Wheeler Yuta, and we got a little anarchy to talk about. So, Derrick, what do you think's going to happen here? And who do you think's going to walk out of Double or Nothing with the win?
You know what? I just seen the last part of Dynamite, and they started off the anarchy early. I mean, everyone was going nuts. People just hitting and just trash cans, tables, chairs, all over the place. I tell you, man, this is gonna be a great match. I can't wait for that one. But you said it, the X factor of that is gonna be Gabe Kidd. That's the X factor. So as much as I wanted Team Swerve to win and all that, I have to go to Death Riders and John Moxley.
Okay. All right, I like it. So Derrick's taking the Death Riders and Mox here. Derrick, now we've seen some anarchy arenas in the past, and we've seen that the Young Bucks like to bust out some crazy weapons. Uh, what do you think? You think we're going to see any crazy weapons of destruction here in this anarchy in the arena? Give me a solid crazy weapon.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what will top the explosive Reebok pumps, but I think they're probably going to have something very man. It's kind of hard to top that, but I think they probably come up with something very innovative. You can say that. So I'm just gonna have can't wait to see what's going on.
I like it. I like it, man. That's all that matters. It's a fun match, man. I got to see the first ever Anarchy in the Arena back in Double or Nothing back in 2022. And it was a hell of a time, man. There was I think it was uh Brian Danielson and Daniel Garcia. They were fighting about 2 rows away from us. Some fan that was right there. He got pushed into him. He ended up getting like some blood on his shirt. Souvenir
Ooh.
he'll always get to take home forever. Maybe Derek, maybe we'll see, it's the desert. You ever seen those old westerns with the tumbleweed that, blows across the desert land? Maybe
Yeah,
we'll have a barbed wire tumbleweed.
yeah.
Maybe a
Oh,
barbed wire
yes.
wrapped cactus, or
Okay.
cacti. Maybe something real crazy, some Arizona. Maybe someone will get some sand thrown in their face. You never know.
Yeah.
But
Um, yeah.
I'm gonna go against you here. I'm gonna take
Okay.
the team of Kenny Omega, Swerve, the Opt, and Willow on this. But go ahead, carry your thought.
I was thinking that I really like the barbed wire tumbleweed thing. I'm really digging that.
You see where I'm at with that? That'd be something, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I can
easy.
see it.
Just take a bunch of barbed wire, wrap it up in a ball, throw it on the ring. Someone gets suplexed on it. Done.
There you go. Yeah. It's kind of like when a few weeks ago when of course Adam Copeland suplex John Moxley on the bed of nails.
Yeah, that was something, man.
It
I,
was
I
insane.
try to forget that one. I try to forget that one. Oh man, Anarchy in the Arena is gonna be a fun one, Derek. You're in for a treat. He's got the team of Mox. I'm going the team of Swerve and Kenny. Let's see who's right at the end of this. Um, just announced on Wednesday on Dynamite this past Wednesday, we've got the Continental Championship being defended by one Kazuchika Okada. He's going to go up against Speedball Mike Bailey, Derek. And since Speedball has come to AEW, he's undefeated. Do you think the streak continues at Double or Nothing, or do you think Okada's walking out still the Continental Champion?
Man, Speedball Mike Bailey. I mean, I've been following him since he was in TNA. I mean, he has just been on a roll, calling Speedball because of circle roll. So I think he's really cool. I mean, he's always fun to watch and everything else. But Okada, man, he always gonna come up with something. So I gotta go with Okada to beat Speedball and retain.
I like it. I mean, I think this one we're in agreement on. I like Speedball. I think he has a really good future ahead of him in AEW. I think he made the right decision when it came to personally, I think he was good in TNA, but I think he wanted to, broaden those horizons, paint some different strokes out there. But I don't think he's gonna get it done against Okada, but it would be refreshing for this division, if someone were to get that belt off Okada. So I don't put it out of question, but I'm right there with you, Derek. I think Okada and still Continental Champion leaving the desert with the gold. This one kind of took me by surprise, Derek. Didn't expect it, didn't see it coming. We've got Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in a stretcher match. Now, I've never had the pleasure of seeing a stretcher match in person. Have you?
No, I think the closest they have to a stretcher match, but it wasn't not in AEW, but on the other spot when Orton versus McIntyre
Oh,
and the in the Thunderdome era.
gotcha.
That's the
Okay.
closest.
That's the closest. Okay. So now you get to
Yeah.
be live in living color to see our first stretcher matches together.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this one as well. Never got to see one of these. Now, who do you think is gonna get stretchered out of Phoenix, Arizona at Double or Nothing? Is it gonna be Mark Briscoe? Is it gonna be Ricochet? What do you got here?
And I would like to say that this is going to be a very interesting match. Um, yeah, Ricochet, of course, he been into some special stipulation type matches, but mainly he mostly did like ladder matches, mostly. But with it comes down to it, Mark Briscoe, they did him and his brother Jay, God rest his soul, they did everything. They did all the crazy stipulation matches, especially the dog collar matches, the 2 out of 3 falls. They did it all. So I'm gonna have to go with Mark on this one.
I like it, Mark. I'm gonna also go here with the counter to Derrick. I'm gonna keep you guys on your toes tonight. We're just gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna say Ricochet gets the win in the stretcher match because I feel like that'll add a little bit some fuel to the fire when it comes to the crowd hating Ricochet. We all love Mark Briscoe, baby.
Yeah.
So if Ricochet ends up stretching Briscoe out, that could do well for Ricochet's stock, and maybe that gets him a little bit closer to the gold that he so very much is chasing right now. We got the next match here for Double or Nothing. It's a tag team match. We've got the Living Legends, or as they're calling themselves, the Living Legend Killers, gimmick infringement. Uh, FTR taking on the unlikely pairing of Danny Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. Derrick, have at it. I don't know what to say about this one.
I don't know what to say about this one either. I mean, uh, FTR have been together for years, and I got to hand it to Danny Garcia for having the gumption to come up to Nigel McGill and say, "Hey, we got to get this going and stop FTR." So, I mean, I'm so glad that Nigel's back. Of course, he's been his last match against Brian Danielson, so it's been a while for him. So, yeah, like you said, man, this is a tough one to crack. So, man, when all boils down to, you got to go with the team with the most experience. So that's FTR. So I'm picking FTR to win.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't think the pairing of Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia are going to get the win here. I think it'll be a fun little tag match. Great to see Nigel back in the ring. Get to see him wrestle live, which I think is a cool thing for us. As kind of a side
Yeah,
note. Um,
yeah,
but I'm going to go FTR. Having Stokely at the wayside there with them now, he adds that wild card effect. So I think FTR gets the win thanks to Stokely. Um, Really, no ifs,
yeah.
ands, or buts about that one. Another tag match. This is a more interesting one. We've got the current Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, the Sons of Texas. That is the Natural Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. They're going to take on the Hurt Syndicate, the tag team champions for AEW. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin. Shout out to MJF. He just got inducted into the Hurt Syndicate this week. So, I guess he's getting hazed here by the the Hurt Syndicate at Double or Nothing, or something's going to happen with that. There's four there that meets the eye, I feel. But we got the tag champions of both companies going at it here. Derrick, who's walking out as the AEW World Tag Team Champions?
I believe this is going to be one of the matches of the night. I think both teams are very, very solid. I can't question. Um, I cannot question the how Dustin Rhodes. He's been doing it for years. I mean, he's just a solid. I mean, just a stable individual. And of course, Sammy Guevara's back, and he's been doing really good. And they've been gelling as a tag team. They really did, and really cool thing. And I think it's gonna be an evenly, somewhat even match. But I think in the end, I think I'm going with her syndicate just to edge it out just a little. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
for her syndicate to retain.
Yeah, I think so. When your moniker is "We Hurt People," I'm expecting to see some people get hurt in this match.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go the Hurt Syndicate and still AEW World Tag Team Champions. When we're coming out of Double or Nothing, we'll see what happens with MJF. Is he somehow involved in this match?
Yeah.
If not, then that's going to be real interesting. Unless he ends up costing them these titles, which that's a different story for a different day. I feel
Yeah.
it depends.
Yeah.
We have newest all elite wrestler. She is officially all elite, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to AEW, Mina Shirakawa. It was announced after Dynamite went off the air that she is all elite by Tony Khan. This Sunday, she gets an opportunity at Timeless Tony Storm's AEW Women's Championship. And Derrick, I think I speak for the both of us. Timeless Tony Storm is one of our favorites. But do you think Mina's got a shot here in the desert against Timeless Tony?
Of course, we know the history of Mina and Tony, so I would say Mina will definitely gonna have a great chance of trying to defeat Tony Storm. I mean, you know, they definitely know each other inside and out. So I'm not gonna deny that this is gonna be a good match. Somehow, I still think Tony Storm going to still be women's champion. So I'm picking Tony.
Like it. Derrick's going and still for Timeless Tony. And ladies and gentlemen, you already know we're back on the same page. It's 3 in a row. I'm going and still AEW Women's Champion, Timeless Tony. Follow-up question to that. Do you think Mariah May comes back at Double or Nothing, or do you think Mariah May is heading to WWE?
Well, there's a part of me saying that Mariah still might have a shot to be in some kind of way in this if not in the match, probably gonna be after. So it all depends on how things go.
Okay. All right. I like it. Good to just, keep an eye on Mariah May. She helped Nigel McGuinness get back in the ring. A healing kiss, restored his wrestling abilities. So, she's
Yeah.
she's got a lot riding on that match, I bet. We have the first of our 2 Owen Hart tournament finals. We have the CEO, Mercedes Moné. She is 3-belt Moné now because she lost one a couple weeks ago out there, New Japan. She's going to go up against the biggest hater in AEW. That's Jamie Hayter. We got Mercedes Moné, Jamie Hayter, Owen Hart Women's Tournament Final. And Derrick, this one, I think, is one of those coin flip matches, but who do you got here?
And I will really like this match. I like the physicality between the two. Of course, Jamie here will always bring it, and I really like Mercedes having her vicious streak out now. So this is going to be one fire banging match. So I feel that there's a kink in the armor of Mercedes. So after the loss of one of her titles, and I'm going to have to say this. I think Jamie Hayter, I mean, she still has the chip on the shoulder for Tony Storm because if you remember, it was Tony Storm when she was with the Outcast that took her out. So I'm going to have to go with Jamie Hayter for this one and give Mercedes her first L.
Derrick. Who? I got chills. You're right, man. You're right. Because I'm also in agreement. We're back, baby. We're 4 for 4 right now. Call up Wendy's, baby. It's a 4 for 4 because I think Jamie Hayter is gonna beat the CEO in the desert, and she is going to go on to Y'all In, Texas. Yes, I know, folks.
Yeah.
It's corny. I hear you. Y'all In, we're in Texas. I get it. Whatever. All In, and she's going to take on Timeless Tony. And Derrick nailed it right there on the head. It goes back to the Outcast days, baby. It goes back. You know, who said AEW can't do long-term storytelling for the women? Not me, not Derrick. So I'm going Jamie Hayter. Derrick's going Jamie Hayter. Let's see if we're right here. And folks, I don't know if this is going to be the main event, but I'm assuming it's not because Anarchy in the arena. But this, for me, is the true main event. That's why we're finishing with this match here tonight on the Double or Nothing predictions. I got the men's Owen Hart tournament final. We've got the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. He is going up against the Hangman himself, Adam Page, in what I can only hope will be worth the cost of the admission ticket in a match that I think could be a match of the year. Derrick, what do you got for this one?
Man, you're right. This is a definite coin flip, and I like to say that both. I saw the promo between the two Start of Dynamite tonight, and boy, both of them have powerful arguments. I mean, this is just straight cinema between the two. So I think the chemistry is just going to be banging. And of course, this is the official main. I'm not gonna say it's the official main event, but this should be because we all know how Osprey giving up straight up bangers. So, and of course, Hangman, of course, he's trying to find his way back into the picture for the championship. So, man, if I would probably, I can say this is so rough. I mean, both of them are really good. So I'm gonna have to go with. Um, I'm gonna go to Osprey to win this one.
Oh, okay, okay. I could see the conflict in your eyes as you were making that decision. You're torn.
Yeah,
I'm torn myself, man.
yeah,
Both of these guys should win this match, could win this match. Both of them need a win, I feel. I mean, Hangman, you've got one of the most, I feel, underrated guys in AEW system right now. I feel like Hangman should be a multiple time champion across the divisions. I feel like Hangman should have already had the
yeah,
TNT championship. I feel like he should have been a continental champion. I feel like he could have been an international champion. Like, I feel that Hangman should not only just be a tag team champion and a world heavyweight champion former, but I feel like we should at least have 2 or 3 more title reigns and titles held for Hangman at this point in the 6 years that AEW has existed.
yeah,
Will Ospreay is your new cornerstone of AEW. That is your new guy. That is, you could invest millions of dollars into a guy to have your wrestling company based on. That's the guy you're building it on, and that's what Tony Khan has recognized with Will Ospreay. When you put them together in a match that has the highest of stakes for the world championship at All in Texas in a few months, anything can happen here. I lean Will Ospreay. I lean right there with you. But even though I got a Swerve shirt on, something in my gut tells me that when it's all said and done and we get to All In, it's gonna be Hangman Adam Page versus John Moxley if he's still the world champion, or whoever it is at that time in July. I think it's Hangman Adam Page as the Owen Hart men's tournament winner.
Now I won't be mad if I would not be mad if Hangman wins because we know the history between Hangman and Moxley. So I mean that will be another long term rivalry with that's going to be renewed if it happens.
That's where my head's at. I mean, Osprey's got some history with Mox too, but I think I'd much rather see Hangman and Mox dance than maybe Osprey and Mox go at it. As much as, I'm sure both of those matches will be fine, but something with Hangman, I think it fits better. I feel like they have a better clashing of personality and style there.
Yeah.
Derrick, before we wrap up these predictions, it's your first AEW pay-per-view. It's your first AEW show. You're coming out here to my backyard here. You're going to be in my city. What hot take do you have about Double or Nothing? Do you feel like something crazy is going to happen? Do you think we're going to see a debut? Do you think we're going to see a return? Do you feel like anything of that is on the agenda when it comes to Double or Nothing? It's the 6-year anniversary of the show. Do you think there's any surprises in store for us or shockers?
Not that I know of up top of my head. I think it's gonna be just a straight up solid show. But like you said, it's a 6 year. I mean, this is the pay per view that started off with AEW. So you never know. I mean, anything can happen. So we just gotta wait and see.
Just got to wait and see, folks. Well, there you have it, man. Thanks to Derrick. Derrick, tell the people where they can find your content at, so they can go drop you a follow, go subscribe to you, and show you some love.
All right, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok under at Devastator_Derrick78, or you can find me on X at DVSTR_Derrick78. And you can also find me on YouTube under Derrick's Wrestling Toys and Tees. Well, I have some really cool stuff to get to show you guys. I'm going to be posting some highlights from the pay-per-view event Double or Nothing, and I will do a full-length episode of my experience. And you never know, you might see a special guest or two.
You never know, folks. You might never know who's gonna pop up there at Derrick's Wrestling Toys and Tees, man. Thanks for hanging out with me here tonight, Derrick, and doing these predictions. I can't wait to give you a good old high five, give you a nice bro hug, and get to finally meet here face to face at Double or Nothing. You know that picture's coming, folks. So make sure you go follow Derrick, go subscribe to his YouTube, follow me, subscribe to Mouthing Off with Mike. We'll see you when the dust settles in the desert this Sunday at Double or Nothing. Peace out, guys.
Mouthing off with Mike. Mouthing off with Mike. Mouthing off with Mike.